What's up, guys? This is Anthony with TheSunShineVape, and today I'm going to be talking about The Troll by Wotofo. And I told you guys that I was going to be talking about this. I just wanted a little more time to kind of go over it, make sure I gave you guys a proper review on this product. And I got to tell you, this thing is awesome. Right now, I have this thing sitting on the Tesla 120 Fox mod, and I got pushing her at 50 watts. Let's check it out. Dang. Alright, guys, so when I received this product, I got it from Atmos Vapes, right in my area, from a guy named Jeremy. He's a good buddy of mine. I got this for $39.99 plus tax, so it came out to about $41. And I gotta say, for the price tag on this thing, you cannot beat it. You cannot beat it for a rebuildable dripping atomizer. And I'll tell you what, for a rebuildable dripping atomizer that can push like this, it's an amazing deal. It really is. And the best way to compare this is just like the Mutation X version 2. The only difference is that you have a little guy on the front. I don't know if there he is. He has a little guy on the front doing his little smile. That's the only difference, and it comes with a nice wide bore Delrin drip tip. So let's get started. Now, this is made out of stainless steel, and it's 22 millimeters in diameter, and has a 4-post design on it. The best way to put it, 4-post design, so you can get about, the biggest I got in there with this device was, not device, but this RDA was a 20 gauge Canthal, and I usually don't do that, but I just wanted to see how big of a piece of wire I can get in there. I'll tell you what, for the price point, it's great. Now, it has a 3-piece design, and it has a buttery smooth 510 connection, and it has a 6-slot airflow. Like I said, it's just like the Mutation X. I'll get down to that when I get up in the close-ups and everything. Now, when it comes down to this device, it measures in 22 millimeters diameter, and the AFC that measures in 7 millimeters in diameter. And the best part about this thing is that you can run it for your single coil guys. You can run it in single coil mode. Now I'll show you that here in the close-up. I got a little juice on this thing. Wipe it off. No, wipe it off in a second. Can't worry about it. But anyways, here you go. Here's a little close-up of it. There's a three-hole design, the front and the back, and I got her kind of closed off just a little bit, you know, where I like it. But if you turn this device, you keep turning it and turning it, and right about here, there you go. That's closed off, while this side is wide open. You can use that for your single coils. Now, I've tried to put the 24 gauge super nano coil in this thing, and I'll tell you what, it rocks. It's a beast when it comes down to the super nano coils, your macro coils, and all of the above. Now, I'm going to take another vape off the thing. You see it. It brings up a class, and that's pushing at 50 watts. Now, I'm going to take her up to 55 watts, and we're going to be pushing her at 6.6 volts, and this is a 0.7 ohm coil. It's a super nano dragon coil. Just fogging it out up in here. Now, I'm going to take this off and give you guys the more up close and more detailed impressions of this. Now, dropping everything everywhere. Alrighty. Now, this is the box that it came in. And I love the way that this package, it comes with all the goodies, and I'll open this up for you so you can see what's in it. When you open it up, it's not what it looks like, it's just where, you know, I got all my stuff set up in there. But you get your extra O-rings, you get extra hex head screws, and you get the Allen key, and you get your wick and coil that's already pre-made, but I don't use that old style wick. What was it, nylon type stuff? I'm really not sure. I really never use it. I only use always organic cotton and organic Japanese cotton. Now that you have this Delrin grommet for your 510 drip tip, if you want to call it 510 drip tip. What you can do is you can place this on just like that, pop that right on, and I'll show you right here. Pop off this wide bore drip tip. You can drip right down into that. Pop this right on, and you can have a more comfortable vape. You can have an awesome vape off of it. I'm actually going to keep this on there just like that. I'm actually going to use this for this review so you guys can see my point of view of how I'm using this thing. Alright, so I'm going to take her apart, and I got tons of juice, and you get a little vape off this thing. Just kind of dry out the wick and coil just a little bit. And the flavor is awesome. It's not a far distance between that wick and the drip tip. It's not very far at all. So you're getting that nice concentrated, that warm, dense vape. It's a very warm vape, but like I said, it all depends on the build you got in there. Depending on what you like. All you guys like. Everybody's different. I'm more flavor and a nice, dense vape. Yeah, I like my clouds and everything, but just all depends on what mood I'm in. If I want to chuck some clouds and everything, or if I want a nice, satisfying, dense, flavorful vape. Like I said, I'm running on this Tesla. I'm sorry, guys, from the other review that the quality of the video is poor. I was using on my iPhone. So the next time I get a chance to review this, because I'm going to go over a couple more things on it, I'll repost the video, and we'll get all that squared out. Like I said, it was on my phone, and it was in my music room right in the back. So the lighting wasn't good, and nobody could really see the device that I was doing. So like I said, I'll do a review on that product, on this Tesla. This thing, you guys really have to get your hands on it. It's a great product. And when it comes down to your builds, like I said, that juice well is deep. So you stuff some cotton into it. You want to put too much cotton into that thing, but you want it to be nice and fluffy, and about 10 drips, and I can, off this super nano coil build, nano dragon coil build, sorry, I get about 6 or 7 hits before I got to put 10 drops in, and then I'm good to go. Alright, let's take this thing apart so you guys can see. It should be dried out. If not, I really don't care. I added 10 drops a while ago. I took a few hits before I got it. Alright. Let's put it on this. Let's take this part apart. Yeah, there we go. Alrighty. So, here's it all disassembled. You have your 4 posts here with the hex head screws. I love that. I don't like the Phillips heads because they back out way too much, and it's when you go to build, it becomes a pain. You can strip them out, and I really do like the fact that they put the 4-post design in it, because you can do those thick builds, the thick wires, Canthol, in different slots, and you're not worried about having the 3-post design where you're sitting there trying to put the negative post, and then you're trying to fit 2 thick wires between each other. So it's a great feature, and I love it. And not only that, this 510 connection is not adjustable. It is actually to take apart the metal post with the 2 positive posts together. So I learned that the hard way. I was sitting there, and I had it on this Tesla, and it wasn't making connection because the 510 at the bottom started going down. So I was like, all right, I'll figure out this problem. I'll just adjust the 510 connection. Well, I actually destroyed my build that was in there, because when I turned it, this started turning, and my wire just my Canthol got tangled up, and I had to rebuild it. So I went and did the Super Nano Dragon Coil, and thank you, Rip Trippers. I appreciate that. That was a great review on this coil build, and I have to say, out of a 1 to 10 scale, this thing is a definite 9. So thank you for that review, Rip Trippers. I really do appreciate that, and I guarantee you, everybody here that's watching this video appreciates it as well. Thank you, brother. Now, like I said, it's very similar, almost identical to the Mutation X version 2. This is what they call the Troll RDA 1.5. I believe it's I didn't get the chance to actually review the specs on, not the specs, but the history on this thing. But I did all the specs and everything, look at the specs on how this thing is put together, and what it's made out of, and so on and so forth. You guys get the picture. But it's a copper pin with a 510 connection, and these are very smooth. They're well put together. But the thing was, the only problem I had was with this, it had a little bit of machine oil on it, so I had to run through the dishwasher for about, I don't know, about 5 minutes just to make sure it was all cleaned up, and then I took a paper towel to it, let it air dry out, and she was good to go. But no complaints on that. The quality of the machining is, from a 1 to 10 scale, it is a 8, so it's good in my book. The device itself, on a 1 to 10 scale, it's an 8. The whole device by itself is a 8, so I have to give that. If you guys are looking for a Mutation X, but you want to spend the extra money, definitely go with the Troll. So as you can see here, like I was saying, just like the Mutation X version 2, you have your different airflow settings. Here is your dual air setup, and here the back part is blocked off, so when you go to turn it, you can do your single coil builds. Right here, like I showed you at the close-up just a minute ago, that's open, and the other side is blocked off, and this side is open all the way through. And all you do is you pop that on like so, and all you do is this right now is in single coil mode actually. So all you do, you adjust, you open her up, open her up, open her up, and you are wide open, wide open. And the other side, actually no, this is in dual coil mode, my bad. So this is in dual coil mode right now. And all you gotta do is you turn her, turn her, turn her. Right now it's a little restricted to my hands, have a little e-juice on them, but that's my fault. So don't judge me for that. Sorry guys, I'm sorry about that. Let's see. Let me turn her off just a little. There we go. Alrighty, so here is it in single coil mode. That's open and that is blocked off. And you just turn her open. Sorry, my camera's like kind of reversed on here. And you turn her. She's a little restricted, so once you have this set up, it's not going nowhere. And my hands are completely saturated in e-juice right now. I'm sorry about that. But, there we go. You have to move. All you gotta do is turn her off, and you can restrict it and get more of a flavorful restricted vape. But even with this thing on one slot open, it still puts out like a ton of airflow. So if you're really trying to get some restricted hit, you might want to turn that one post, not the post, but the slot, even the one slot halfway open, because this thing has a ton of airflow. And I'm going to show you right now. What we'll do is, even though I got a dual setup, I'm just going to show you how much airflow you have even with a single coil setting on this. It has a ton of airflow, so you might want to even do it halfway open or closed. But that is, it's like even sucking on a straw. I swear to God, and not one of those coffee straws. I mean like a McDonald's straw, and I don't even eat fast food. But let me try it. But anyways, I have a couple pros. I have my pros and my cons for this thing. My con is the positive post on the 510 connection. Like I said, it turns, so it is not adjustable. So guys at Wotofo, how you pronounce it, I really don't know how to pronounce it. You guys that made the Troll, you might want to think about having that being able to back out a little bit, so it makes easier connection with your box mods, your mech mods, and so on and so forth. And the second con is the fact that when you go to build it and you go to tighten down the post on the not the 510 but the positive post, and you go to use that Allen key, you kind of have to hold kind of have to hold the center post with one finger while you're turning it to the right because it still ends up spinning. Even with being tightened down, I still have a problem with it spinning. Not bad, but you kind of got, like I said, you got to hold your finger down, just put something in front of it so it doesn't spin. And my second con would be, I don't have a second con, or my third con. I'm sorry about that. A third con. I really think that when it comes down to these rubber seals right at the bottom, they need to be a little more thick and the flat type of why am I? I don't even know why I was getting all choked up. The seals at the bottom, they need to be the flat types because these little dainty ones, they really don't go that well on this thing because there's times where I'll pop it on and I've had it in my pocket and it's wiggled off, like it's literally come apart in my pocket, got saturated in e-juice. So, but besides that, for the price point where I got from at Atmos Vape, right off of Belvedere Military, go see my buddy Jeremy, by the way, up there. I got it for $39.99 plus tax, so it came out to about $41. And when I originally went into there, I was actually looking for the turbo that they have in there, the turbo RDA. And my buddy in there was saying, "Hey, why don't you try out this?" And the price point was $45. I was a couple dollars off. I didn't bring that much cash on me. I originally went there just to get some juice and walk down and be on my way. But when I went in there to do it, I can't complain. This thing, he told me how it was, and I cannot complain. This thing is awesome. And like I said, for $39.99 plus tax, you can't beat it. And I give it a 8 out of 1 out of 10. So thank you guys for watching my video, and I will have a re-review on this Tesla coming up. So stay tuned and have a good day.